What's up, everybody? This is Justin Flinner coming to you live from Northern Virginia with the Justin Flinner Podcast by My Mental Medicine. Today's topic, how to change the world. Day after day, we are inundated with all the news that is out there, whether it be fake, whether it be real, it's besides the point. There's a lot of negative stuff that's out there in the world, and it likes to bombard us because, hey, and it's attractive. It pulls people in, it gives them something to read, something to look forward to. If everything was all good and mushy and feel good on a day-to-day basis, we would take it for granted. But when we have something bad that's in front of us, we start to question how things are. We start to question who we are. We start to question other people. And oftentimes, more so than not, they go in the wrong direction. We start to blame other people. We start to point fingers and complain about the way things should be and complain about the way that things have been. Complaining is not going to get anyone anywhere. Complaining is certainly not going to change the world. By bringing someone into Capitol Hill and saying, hey, you know what? You've been messing around with the data that's involved in people's lives and how they use social media. So let's ask the big heads of the social media world and let's say, you know what? We're going to try to take control, or at least we're going to threaten to take control so that we can take control of the reins of how this thing works and how the citizens of this country are and what we have a right to and what you have a right to control so that we will actually change the world. Everybody wants their fingers in something. It is our individual responsibility to take control of the things in our own lives, including our privacy and the privacy of our own personal information. I mean, come on, it's some simple decisions. Don't click on those things that don't make sense. When you're signing up for something, read it through. Yeah, they make those lists long. They make those papers or some kind of consent or acceptance or whatever it might be. Liability. They're lengthy. They're long. We don't really understand them. So if you don't understand them, then why do you sign up for them? Why? Just because everybody else is. What's the old phrase? If somebody else jumps off the bridge, would you do the same thing? I don't think so. So we need to be sensible in the decisions that we make. We need to be able to say that, yes, this is what I am going to do. This is how I am going to move forward. And heck, this social media thing sounds pretty cool. Let me give it a shot. Oh, wait. I have to read through all of these things. I just got to provide my information, but then I have to, this doesn't look right, or maybe this sounds a little fishy. Maybe I won't do this. I mean, you can't assume that everything is going to work out for you in the end. The world doesn't work that way. And if you want to change it, then you got to first change how you make your own decisions. You have to first change how it is that you want to share your life with the rest of the world. Do you want to harbor yourself? You want to lock yourself up behind 25 closed doors and say, you know what, I'm never coming out. Why? It's a scary world out there. It's full of fake news. It's full of fake people. It's full of fake food. It's full of fake everything. No one can run this world the way that I could, so I'm just going to stay in my little closet and run my tiny little world right here. What the hell? Get up, go do something about it, and make your mark on the world. I mean, you want to change the world, you got to change yourself first. Get the hell out of the closet, get up, start walking, start talking to people, start making a difference, start actually learning that, yes, you can make choices for yourself. You don't have to wait for others to do it for you. You are in control. No one else is. I don't care how many people say that they're listening in on your conversations on your phone, or there's a conspiracy out there that someone's trying to do this, or the government's trying to take control, or China's taking over the world. Oh, bullshit. I mean, come on, people. Wake the hell up. This is not the way that it's meant to be. And if you have let the rest of the world take control of you, then that's your own damn fault. So you want to change the world, you got to change yourself. You got to start with you. This is the empowerment part of this, okay? I got off my little soapbox about complaining about how other people are complaining. So it's time for me to stop that as well. You want to empower yourself, you got to start with you. You got to take a look at yourself in the mirror and realize what it is that you are capable of. And then you amplify that times 1,000,000, okay? You decide, Okay, there's a thing or two that I know about this thing or two. So let me give this a shot. Let me step forward. Let me step up and see what it is that I can use this for. Let me see who's interested in this. Let me figure out a plan that I can put this forth, put this into action so that I can make an impact on other people's lives, not just my own or my friends or my mom's or my dad's because they like me on Facebook or whatever other social media platform you use. It extends well beyond that. But if it doesn't extend beyond the walls of you, yourself, the individual, you're not going to make it anywhere. You will not. You must empower yourself to make your own decisions, to live for whatever it is that you are passionate about. If you're not sure what that was, you need a little time for some self-reflection. Maybe you need a vacation. Maybe you need to read a book. Maybe you need a week off. Maybe you need a year off. Maybe you need a sabbatical. Whatever it takes, you must always be in search of the thing that you love to do and that you know will leave a mark on this world so that you can be a part of the change, not be a victim of it. Being a victim of things is a choice. Being a change in the world and impacting the world through your own efforts is also a choice. Do not live and walk in the footsteps or in the shadows of somebody else. You must get up, make a name for yourself, make the light shine from within you. Don't just stand in somebody else's light. You can do that your entire life and not get anywhere. The best thing to do is, as I said in one of my older podcasts about modeling somebody else, you model somebody else's success by standing in their light for a little while. You absorb it. You see how it feels. And then you decide that, hey, I got a little light inside of me. Remember that old song, "This Little Light of Mine, I'm going to let it shine"? That song means something right here, right now. If you start to allow that light inside of you to shine out into the world, other people will eventually want to bask in that light and see what it feels like for themselves. And they will say, hey, I need to model this guy or this woman. I need to model what this person is doing because it's made an impact on my life and I feel it. I love it. I want to stand in this light for as long as I possibly can. And then when your light starts to go out, their light starts to shine. Now, your light doesn't go out because you're done shining it. It's because it shines so far that you're impacting other people's lives and they're ready to shine brighter than yours, which is the way things are supposed to work. You want to change the world, you change your life first, and then you work on changing a few lives one at a time. And then once you get to a certain point, you're not even focusing on changing people's lives. You're just doing your thing. And then your light is shining, they're feeling it, and they're saying, wow, this is amazing. How can this fit so well? Some of the that I followed, Tony Robbins, Gary Chuck, these two guys unbelievably have changed lives across this world. It is amazing to see the impact that they have had. I mean, you can argue their techniques or how they've done it in the past to get to where they are now. Regardless of all of that, they have results. And that's ultimately what we are all looking for. We're all looking for results. It doesn't mean that they have done bad things to get to where they are. They have impacted lives in whatever ways work the best for them and for their audiences so that the world around them can change. One more thing. If you're looking to change the world, and the next thing you're going to do after you listen to this podcast is go flip on your television or pull up your Facebook feed or some other social media feed or sit down and tell yourself that you deserve to relax for the rest of the evening, I'm pretty sure that's not changing the world. I'm pretty sure that's you deciding that I'm just going to waste a little time here for myself. You know what? I deserve it. Yes, there are times in your life where you deserve it, but you better work your ass off so that you do actually deserve it. You better not complain. You better live every day to the fullest. You better put yourself on the line as much as you possibly can. You must push yourself to the limit, to the extreme, so that you can every single day change your inner world so that you can actually make a bigger impact every single day in your outer world. I don't think I have to remind you that you only live once. This is your chance to change the world. So tell me, you have what it takes? I believe you do. I believe we all do. So here's your chance. If you haven't started doing it by now, this is it. Make the choice to start changing your world, the way you live your life on a day-to-day basis. Remove the complaints. Fill in all of the gaps that you know you've been trying to fill in for a long time. If you're not sure how to do it, take baby steps. Think about each little aspect of your life that you know you would love to see a little bit better. And figure out one little thing each day that's going to fill in that gap. And keep filling it in. And keep filling it in. And keep filling it in every single day so that you will be overflowing with a sense of fulfillment and achievement so that others will understand what it takes to actually change the world you live in. Change yourself, change the world. Again, you change yourself first, and then you can go off and change the world. And during the process of you changing yourself, other people will see it. They'll realize, wow, you've changed a lot. What have you been doing? Think about it. You lose a few pounds. Somebody says, wow, you lost a little bit of weight. What have you been doing? That's a perfect example of people realizing that, yes, they can do the same thing as you, and they're interested. You've created interest. The moment you change your inner world is the moment other people become interested in how you have actually done it. And then they will start to think, oh, that sounds pretty easy. I bet I can do that too. So that's a little bit of a challenge for you because now you got to keep up. You got to keep the momentum going before they pass you. And that gives you drive. That will make you want to continue changing the world until you get so much momentum that nothing on this planet will be able to stop you. So this is your chance to change the world. Gain some momentum. Make those decisions. End the complaining. Stop the blaming. You want to blame the bad, you better also blame the good. Because everything good in your life, you better blame those people for those things too. Both sides are important. Both sides have gotten you to where you are today, to where you are able to change the world. That's it for today's podcast. I hope you will go off and change the world, and I'll be right here with you while you do it. This is Justin Flinner coming to you live from Northern Virginia with the Justin Flinner Podcast by My Mental Medicine. Have an awesome day, everyone. Go change the world.